Good morning, friends. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. I was a little sick, but great football. Had some family come in, went out to dinner, had a good time with them. Hope your weekend was great too. We had some pretty damn good football this weekend. Some crazy things happened. We'll go over some of that. Got quite a few news items to go over. Actually, not too many, but it's kind of long, so we'll get to that. But hey, before we get started, hit that subscribe button down there wherever it is so you don't miss anything. With it, let's get started. Did you see the Oklahoma Auburn game? Uh, Pretty good. Started off kind of slow, but slowly got into it. Did you catch this? Oklahoma's Isaiah Stegna walked toward the sideline in the second quarter, appearing to be going out of the game, substitute or whatever. Instead, when the ball was snapped, he ran down the sideline, caught a touchdown pass, basically untouched. Called it a touchdown. SEC, they called out the officials and said it should have been a penalty. It was a hideout tactic, and that it should have been unsportsmanlike penalty, eliminating the touchdown. That's what they said. Now, you go back probably the last 10, maybe more years, all the bad calls that these officials have made, not just SEC, but I mean, it's kind of across the board. That's what they're going to call out. They're not going to call out all these other ones like missed PIs and all that stuff. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is the start of something new. The SEC is going to start calling out officials on bad calls. They need to, but every conference needs to. I mean, there's so many bad calls every weekend. It's just crazy. But anyway, yeah, SEC said, hey, that should have been a penalty, no touchdown. But oh well. In the Wisconsin-Maryland game, how about that? Did you see that one? Halftime, students started yelling, "Fire Fickell, fire Fickell." AD Chris McIntosh says he backs Luke Fickell. Keep in mind, this is the same AD that fired Paul Chryst halfway through the 2022 season. And Chryst was, I'm going to say, was a lot better coach than Luke Fickell. So keep that one in mind. Some basketball news. Aziz Olajuwon, son of Hall of Famer Akeem Olajuwon, played at U of H, Fly Slamma Jamma, won a couple championships down the road in Houston for the Rockets. His son, Aziz, commits to Stanford. He's a top 40 recruit. I think he also visited Houston, Vanderbilt, and I think somewhere else. But he's going to go play at Stanford, so that's pretty cool. Syracuse quarterback Steve Angeli, man, unfortunately, going to miss the rest of the season. Torn ACL, did an MRI on it yesterday morning. So he's not going to be around for Syracuse for the rest of the season. That sucks, man, this early in the season. Anyway, get better, Steve. Heal up, buddy. New AP poll is out. For some reason, Miami beating a sluggish Florida team by 19 points got them to jump to the number 2 spot. Sometimes I don't understand why these voters do these things. OU, they jumped to number 7. Indiana, man, they jumped up 8 spots to number 11. On the flip side, Illinois fell from 9 to 23 after the Hoosiers just hammered them Saturday night. Texas Tech, after beating Utah, moved to number 12. TCU, they entered the poll. Beat their rival SMU. They entered the poll at number 24. BYU enters the poll at number 25. Notre Dame, like I said, I don't understand these voters, moves up to number 22. They did win, but still, they're 1 and 2. This is my opinion. If you have a losing record, you shouldn't be ranked. But anyway, they moved up 2 spots by their win over Purdue. Utah and Auburn fall out of the poll. All right, so let's get on to some things that happened. Top 25 crazy things you may have missed. Thursday, Rice down the road. They are 3-1. Beat Charlotte 28-17. Only had 98 passing yards, but 255 rushing yards. So Rice won Thursday night, 3-1. A few more wins, they can go to a bowl game. Friday, for the first time since 1951, Tulsa beat Oklahoma State in Stillwater, 19-12. Do you think Mike Gundy? His seat was warm last year. I think it's probably getting hotter now. Does he make it the rest of the season? That remains to be seen. Got a lot of football left to be played, but we'll see what happens with Mike Monday. Kirk Ferentz gets another win. Iowa beats Rutgers 38-28. It's actually 21-21 at halftime. Iowa pulled it out. Saturday, number 5, Tennessee. No problem with UAB, 56-24. Joey Aguilar, 218 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. I watched this game. This is a damn good game. Number 17, Texas Tech goes to Salt Lake City, beats number 16, Utah, 34-10, with the backup quarterback, too. Will Hammond led the way. Their quarterback, Behren, went out. I think he said his name right? Behren? Behren Morton, yeah. Went out in the third quarter. They hadn't really scored that much. Texas Tech, man, they really turned it on, that offense in the fourth quarter. Very defensive game for 3 quarters. 10-3, start the fourth quarter. Behren Morton goes out. Backup Will Hammond comes in. Texas Tech opened it up, outscoring Utah 24-7 in the fourth. Do we maybe have a quarterback thing going on in Lubbock? We'll see this week. 6 total turnovers between Texas Tech and Utah. I don't know, they're having a fumble fiesta or something. Arkansas, man, 2-2 now. Memphis beats them. Memphis is 4-0. Memphis beats them 32-31. Arkansas only 3 points in the second half. Sam Pittman, he's another one that's, will he make it the rest of the season? We'll see. Maryland goes on the road, beat Wisconsin 27-10. Malik Washington, 2 touchdown passes, and he ran for 1. Wisconsin did not score until the second half. How much time does Luke Fickell have? We got 3 or 4 major coaches that they may not even make it the rest of the season, but we'll see. Hey, Virginia Tech, y'all won, man. Awesome. Beat Wofford by 32. We mentioned it. TCU beat crosstown rival SMU 35-24. Josh Hoover, 379 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 of them to Eric McAllister, who had 254 receiving yards. Crazy. Jamel Johnson, 2 picks in that game for the Frogs. UNLV keeps rolling, even though their quarterback got hurt. 4-0 now. Beat Miami of Ohio 41-38. North Texas, man, they are rolling. 4-0. Beat Army 45-38 in overtime. North Texas Hawkins, 99 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Hell of a game for him. South Florida, they were pissed. They were on a roll. Got beat by Miami. So they took it out on poor South Carolina State, 63-14. Number 3 LSU took care of Southeast Louisiana, 56-10. Nussmeier, 273 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. Defense held the Lions to just 10 first downs, 1 for 10 on third down, 205 total yards. Florida struggling, and without 3 defensive linemen, they held their own against Miami, losing 26-7. Miami's Fletcher, 116 rushing yards, touchdown. Defense had held DJ Lagaway to 12 for 23 and 61 passing yards. Held Florida to just under 80 rushing yards. Miami defense also had 4 sacks and 7 tackles for loss. Florida, 0 for 13 on third down, only 7 first downs, had the ball for 23 and a half minutes less. That's all they had the ball for in that game was 23 and a half minutes. Napier, he's another one. Remember last year they talked about getting rid of him? He won some games, held on to his job. He's another one that may not make it to the rest of the year. In the Civil War, number 6 Oregon beat rival Oregon State 41-7. What the hell is going on in Corvallis? Used to be a good team. I don't know what's going on out there. They are 0-4 now. I mean, that's just crazy. Dante Moore for the Ducks, 305 passing yards, 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Oregon State, 8 first downs, 147 total yards. Number 7, Florida State, no problem with Kent State, 66-10. I feel bad for Kent State. They had such a bad year last year. Got to win this year. Could have gotten a second win. Just ran out of time against Buffalo. Now they're falling back into that losing category. FSU, 8 rushing touchdowns, 498 rushing yards. I think I saw somewhere that was a record for the school. But anyway. Sawchuck, Singleton Jr., and Castellanos, the quarterback, all had 2 rushing touchdowns. Media loves Arch Manning again. Why? 3 touchdown passes, and he ran for 2 touchdown passes against little 0-3 Sam Houston. So, as soon as he plays somebody good, doesn't have a good game, they'll be back off the Arch Manning train again. But anyway, Texas wins. I was hoping this was going to be a good game. I thought it was going to be a good game. Game sucked. Number 19, Indiana, tore up number 9, Illinois, 63-10. Illinois scored their 10 points in the first half. Indiana's Mendoza, 21 for 23, 267 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 of them to Elijah Sarrett. Kobe Martin, 107 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 312 rushing yards for Indiana total. Illinois, 159 passing yards and 2 rushing yards. 2 rushing yards. Howard Griffith somewhere in Chicago area is just sad about that. Indiana defense, 7 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. Pons had a punt return for a touchdown. Illinois, 9 first downs, 1 for 10 on third down. Had the ball 20 minutes less than Indiana. Now, people are talking about Indiana. Oh, they really haven't played anybody good. Illinois is a good team. They are. So maybe people start giving Indiana more respect. We'll see. Number 11, Oklahoma beat number 22, Auburn, 24-17 with the help of that jacked up play we talked about. 10-10 at halftime. Oklahoma outscored Auburn 14-7 in the second half. John Mateer threw a touchdown pass and ran for a touchdown. Sooner defense, 9 sacks, 14 tackles for loss. Last year, it was a damn good game. This year, not so much. Number 13, Ole Miss beat Tulane 45-10. Trinidad Chambliss, 307 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Kwan Lacey, 2 rushing touchdowns. Tulane only 282 total yards. Number 18, Georgia Tech beat Temple 45-24. Haynes King, 161 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and he ran for a touchdown. Georgia Tech, though, they're only 3 for 8 on third down, but still manhandled Temple. Number 20, Vanderbilt. They're still rolling. Beat Georgia State 70-21. Pavia, 245 passing yards, a touchdown. Ran for 86 yards and a touchdown. Vanderbilt, 8 rushing touchdowns, just like Florida State had. 2 of them by Newberry. Curtis, punt return for a touchdown. Vandy keeps going. Number 21, Michigan gives Nebraska first loss. They won 30-27. I watched this one. This is a good game, too. Michigan started off strong, but Nebraska kind of caught up from them with the help of their defense. Defense played outstanding this game. 17-17 at half. Michigan's Underwood, he had an okay passing day. Ran for 37 yards and a touchdown. Haynes ran for 75-yard touchdown. Marshall ran for a 54-yard touchdown. Rushing game was pretty damn good. 290 total rushing yards for Michigan. Rayola for Nebraska, decent day. 308 passing yards. 3 touchdowns. 2 of them to Barney Jr., who had 120 receiving yards. Michigan defense, 7 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. Held Nebraska to 213 on third down and 43 rushing yards. And I read a stat. Nebraska, last time they beat a ranked team was 2016. So they're like 0-29 against ranked teams since 2016. That's what I read. Could be wrong because I was like, really? I could have sworn they beat some big teams somewhere in there, but that's just what I read, so who knows. Number 23, Missouri beat South Carolina 29-20. South Carolina led by 2 at the half. Mizzou outscored them 17-6 in the second half. Missouri's Pribula, is that his name? 171 passing yards and a touchdown. Hardy ran for 138 and a touchdown. Defense had 5 sacks, 8 tackles for loss. Held South Carolina to 15 first downs and 3 for 11 on third down. And -9 rushing yards. South Carolina had the ball for 10 minutes less and committed 14 penalties. The North Sellers came back 18 for 28, 302 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but he had -28 rushing yards. They stuffed him. We mentioned Notre Dame moved up in the polls. They beat Purdue 56-30. Jadorian Prince, 3 rushing touchdowns and a 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Hell of a game for him. C.J. Carr, 223 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Purdue only managed 76 rushing yards in this game. Number 25, USC beat Michigan State 45-31. USC's Jaden, how do you say his name? Maeva, 234 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and he ran for 2 touchdowns. So he was a hero of LA that night. USC, 283 rushing yards, 234 receiving yards in that game there. Clemson, what the hell are we going to do with you guys? Lose to Syracuse, 34-21. Worst start in Dabo's career. He is 1-3. Halftime went on for 2 hours because of a weather delay. That happened in a few places in the country this weekend. Big weather delays because of lightning and shit. Kate Klubnik making accusations that Syracuse were faking injuries and halting Clemson's momentum. Uh, that and the weather delay was made for a strange game. Syracuse comes out on top, though. UCF. UCF and Scott Frost beat Bill Belichick's Tar Heels 34-9. But don't get discouraged, Tar Heel fans. Remember Nick Saban's first year at Alabama? He was 6-6, I think. Lost to Louisiana Monroe. Give him a year or so, man. Give him some time to build. I think he'll have success there. How far the Louisiana Raging Cajuns have fallen since Billy Napier left. 1-3 now. Lost to Eastern Michigan, 34-31. Things are not good in Lafayette, Louisiana right now. Troy's looking better. They're 2-2 now. Beat Buffalo 21-17. 0-3 Western Michigan beat 2-1 Toledo by 1, 14-13. Good for them. Duke, they kind of bounced back. They're 2-2. Beat NC State 45-33. Darian Mensah, 269 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Anderson Castle, he had 3 rushing touchdowns, 4 turnovers for the Wolfpack. Mississippi State, they're looking pretty good. 4-0, beat Arizona State a couple weeks ago. I want to see how they do when they get to the meat of the SEC schedule. But anyway, beat Northern Illinois. It's usually a pretty good team, 38-10. It was 14-10 at halftime. Kansas, 3-1, beat West Virginia 41-10. Jalen Daniels, 3 passing touchdowns. West Virginia, 3 for 15 on third down. Delaware, 3-1, beat FIU 38-16. Delaware scored 21 points in the second quarter. Excuse me. Western Kentucky, they are 3-1. They beat Nevada 31-16. Western Kentucky's Matthew Henry, 48-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Nice. Boise State, they are 2-1. They beat Air Force 49-37. Broncos Dylan Riley, 171 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 75-yard TD catch. That's just crazy. 4 rushing touchdowns and that big, long touchdown catch. Jeez. In the Apple Cup, Washington beat Washington State 59-24. Washington 3-0 now. Devin Williams, 298 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and he ran for a touchdown. Virginia 3-1 beat Stanford 48-20. Chandler Morris for Virginia, 4 touchdown passes, ran for another touchdown. Everyone was high on Baylor in preseason. Everyone said, watch out for Baylor. 2-2 now. Lost to Arizona State 27-24. Levitt, he had a touchdown pass and a rushing touchdown. Baylor Sawyer Robertson had a good game, 250 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. But Baylor had 3 turnovers and possessed the ball for 13 minutes less than Arizona State. BYU, they are 3-0. Beat Eastern Carolina 34-13. These guys, both BYU and ECU, penalty fiesta. I mean, they're having a penalty party. BYU, 10 for 101. Eastern Carolina, 11 for 76. They're just giving away penalties like candy. La Tech, they are 3-1. Beat Southern Miss by 10. Utah State, they are 3-1. Beat McNeese 48-7. Bryson Barnes, 293 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Also ran for 128 and 2 touchdowns. Talk about being the hero on campus Saturday night. Texas State 3-1. They beat Nichols 35-3. Nichols is 1-3. Remember they start off the season great. Beat number 4 Incarnate Word. Almost beat Troy. Now they've been falling apart since then. I don't know what happened with them. UTA, they're bouncing back. They're 2-2 now. Beat Colorado State 17-16. Colorado beat Wyoming 37-20. Both of them are 2-2 now. Caden Salter for Colorado, 304 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Also ran for 86 and a touchdown. San Diego State, they give Cal their first loss with an ass whooping, 34-0. Chris Johnson had a 97-yard pick 6. Aztec defense, 4 sacks, 3 turnovers. Both teams under 18 first downs in this game. And then Fresno State, they moved to 4-1, beat Hawaii 23-21. Fresno State's Kavion Thunderbird, love that name, had a 59-yard pick 6 in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs, 4 straight wins. That is it for the Week 4 review. We'll be back with Week 5 preview Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure yet, but definitely get it done before the Thursday night game, which I think there's only one game again this Thursday. I have to look, but I think that's what I saw. Anyway, it's Monday. It sucks, but hey, what are you going to do? Keep your head down. Stay busy. Before you know it, the weekend will be here again. We will see you Wednesday or Thursday.